Take a real good look at this area because today I am completely transforming it. Let's get right into it because I have got so much to do today. I noticed last time that we've been having a problem with our sugarcane. Harvesting it manually is just not going to work anymore, it's not efficient at all. So we're going to build an automatic sugarcane farm. As you may know, I've been slowly building up these fields through our last 2 episodes. We're going to expand these a lot more. And we're also going to build a proper animal pen after what happened with our chickens at the very end of the last episode, if you saw that.
Did my chickens get struck by lightning?
If you look in the top left corner, you'll see that we've played for 107 days in this world already. I'll update you what we're at the end. We need to gather a lot of materials, and I'm starting with dirt. I've got a stack of dirt and a stack of gravel, and I'm going to turn this into coarse dirt. Then with that coarse dirt, I'm going to hit it with a shovel and turn it into path blocks, and then break it again, to essentially duplicate our dirt. I'm doing this in my little strip mine because I have enough room to place it all down in a flat environment, and then pick it all up again. We do have some dirt in storage, but it's not going to be enough to cover up those stony banks that we have on our island. Gathering dirt this way saves me having to dig up massive holes in different parts of my world just to make my island look nice. And it does use gravel, but gravel is actually renewable because you can get it from trading with piglins, so I'm not that upset about it. And there is some gravel mixed in with the stone in the banks of my island, so we will be picking that up anyway. I'm not going to make you watch me break every block, so we're going to jump into a resource gathering montage, and I'll come back when we're ready to start building. Okay, I think we have enough resources to get started on our first build, which is a windmill. But this isn't an ordinary windmill. Inside this windmill we're going to have a mud farm. I want to use mud and mud bricks as part of the paths that connect each of our builds eventually. But making mud manually or finding it in a mangrove is going to be very difficult and time consuming. So instead I'm going to make a mud farm. That's another reason we need so much dirt. While I build this windmill, I want to take this opportunity to talk to you about a couple things. First of all, thank you so much for 300 subscribers. I know in the grand scheme of things it's not a lot, and a lot of those subscribers are old ones from back when I used to make content. Having gained like 50 subscribers from the past 2 videos I've posted is a massive achievement, and I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying this content. I never truly stopped making content, but I made it in different ways that didn't seem to connect with people. This is something that I'm truly enjoying making for myself as well as you. Other than that, let's talk about the build a little bit. So this windmill is going to contain a mud farm, which I will be using a tutorial for because I'm not the best at redstone. I can make a sugarcane farm, which I will later, but other than that, my scope is limited when it comes to redstone. And I've seen a couple people asking on TikTok and things where my builds come from, if they're tutorials or schematics or things like that. I look at Pinterest a lot for build inspiration, both Minecraft builds and real life buildings or D&D concept art or things like that to get my inspiration for buildings, and then I build that in a creative world. I mess around, I get the block palette, I get the structure itself, and then I take screenshots of that build and recreate it in this world. And I know that there are tools like Lightmatica or things like that that would help me create it easier in this world. But I'm on Bedrock and I'm on PlayStation, so my options are limited. Whenever you see me doing a time-lapse like this, most likely I have the build pulled up on a screenshot on my phone and I'm just copying what I built before. I'll plan these builds out whenever I have ideas for them and then incorporate them into my world when I have time. There are builds in my creative world for this series that I probably won't build for another 5 or 6 episodes, but I know I want to build them, so they're there. That's the exterior building of the mud farm. Now we have to make the actual mud farm part. And I am just absolutely obsessed with this. It's a pretty basic build, but I really like how it looks. And a couple things. The copper was originally I was going to let it oxidize, I was going to let it turn blue, but I've actually, as I was building it in this world, I kind of decided I prefer the orange, so I gave it a quick wax, but I can't find the footage of that anywhere, but I promise it's waxed, it won't oxidize. I still need to put the windows in and put some details in to make that look less awkward, but there are a couple things we need to do first. Just before we build the actual mud farm, there's one thing I have to do. In the last episode, I asked you for a name for this fishery cat. I also posted that clip on TikTok, and a person called MZU commented about their cat that passed away that looked very similar to our fish cat. So to honour MZU's late cat, we're calling our fish cat Mara. The other thing that we need to do before we can build the mud farm is clear out a space for it. So like I said, it's going to be in this windmill, this is the whole reason I built it. So we need to dig a opening here. I have an extra shovel with efficiency 1 on it and an extra pickaxe with unbreaking 1 efficiency 2. I've burnt through so many tools already. I added them to the little time lapse that we did. I should probably make myself a way to get out of here, but I have blocks on me, so it's fine. I don't know how much space we're gonna need. I should have probably looked into that before I started digging, but maybe let me real quick do some looking online and see roughly how much space I need, and I'm gonna dig this out. Okay, I've dug out this space, which should be plenty of room, and I have a little checklist pulled up for items I need, but yeah, it's definitely night outside, so we're going to very quickly run home and then we'll go through the checklist and see what we need, how to craft it, and hopefully we'll have all the materials already. Okay, here is our material list. We need 4 solid blocks, which we've got. We need 10 glass blocks, 3 trapdoors, although I believe that is Java only, but we'll grab them just in case. We need some support blocks, which I have, 2 dispensers, 2 hoppers, 1 piston, 1 observer, a storage block, 4 redstone dust, 3 repeaters, 2 comparators, 11 glass blocks, and some filler items, and of course, some water. Okay, I've built the mud farm. This is the design from Modernist 927, and I think it's time we try this. And it works. I am going to need to clear out enough space for it to be at its most efficient. I believe pistons push 14 blocks before they can't push anymore, so we're going to dig this out 14, and then we have a fully working mud farm. And this mud farm is designed to be the most efficient that it can be. It only uses 11 glass bottles instead of like an absurd amount like most mud farms, because it just recycles the glass bottles, thankfully. I did also accidentally make that block mud while I was doing it, but that's fine. It matches the theme. We might pretty this up at a later date, but right now this is a functional mud farm and that's what we need it for. As I'm filming this part, it's actually New Year's Day, so I have 8 hours more today than I normally would because I have a holiday from work. So, I want to put some of that time towards getting this area terraformed. I want to completely transform this stony bank and probably cover over this massive cave. So I'm going to spend some time doing that. Let's jump straight into it. It's been about an hour, just over an hour, and I've made pretty good progress here. I've been moving the cobblestone that I'm getting from mining out these banks into the hole to fill it out. I'm just doing 2 layers. We're not filling out the whole thing because there's a lot of resources down there that I might still need later on. We have about 3 layers left before we hit water, so we're making pretty good progress. I'm thinking maybe another hour before I can start placing blocks back down to fill out this bank. I'm at a point now where I think I'm ready to start placing grass back in. I have a lot of dirt, but this is not gonna be enough. I have been gathering all the gravel from the bank like I said I would, and I'm gonna spend some time just converting this all into coarse dirt and then more dirt. I'm not gonna show you that because I've already shown you that, and this is a large segment for just terraforming, so I'm gonna come back to you once I've placed in all this dirt. And that was actually the last of the dirt that we just duplicated. That was something like 7 stacks of dirt and gravel, so 14 stacks of dirt, and we only have this little part of the coast done. This is going to be a much larger project than I anticipated. Okay, I stepped away from the world for a couple hours to think of what I'm going to do to get this project finished and get this episode done without it being 50 minutes long. And I think we're going to do a real quick pivot and build a piglin bartering farm to get ourselves a consistent flow of gravel without having to dig it, so that I can then continue to duplicate my dirt before I run out. And then instead of building a separate building for our sugarcane farm, I'm going to put it in the mud mill next to the mud farm. I already have a concept designed for our farmhouse and our animal pens, but not for the sugarcane farm, so by putting it in the mud mill instead of building a whole entire building might make the area look a little bit cleaner and save some time as well. So let's build a piglin bartering farm. I've never done this before, but the tutorial I watched looked like it's pretty easy. I don't know how many piglins we're going to put in it. I want it to be fairly efficient, but we'll see what we can manage. Okay, I believe that we have everything we need to build this piglin bartering farm, so hopefully the tutorial I've seen uses glass so that you can actually see the piglins, but I'm not too fussed about that because it's most likely a temporary farm. So we're just going to build it here, I think. So we need to get some places for our chests, so we'll put these here like this, and then we need little blocks in front for our hoppers, just like that. Then we need to... oh! I've got gold on, buddy. What? What did I do? I've got gold on! What's your problem? Here. It's not what I wanted to be doing, but it seems to be the only way to... This is already going very not well for me. Oh no. Oh no. So I'm not sure what happened just there. Why did they attack me? Push this guy in. Yeah. Okay. Piggy wiggy. And there you go. Thank you. I very much appreciate your service. So then, let's just block this guy in right now! No! Why did you get so close to me? Please don't die, Piggy wiggy, please. No. No! Are you kidding me? That ghast made literally no indication. There was no sound, there was nothing. That was awful. I can't believe that just happened to me. That was genuinely so horrible. This is not going well for me, and my inventory is way too full for me to do anything about it. I can't even get my food out because my inventory's full. Okay. This is genuinely terrible so far. Okay, so instead of giving up, I locked in, I gave them armor, so they shouldn't need armor stands, and I've been back and forth from the nether a few times, and they're still here. Or, not armor stands, name tags, that's what I meant. So now, let's try this. It didn't work. What was happening here? Is it because there's not a block on there? I didn't finish the tutorial. I thought I knew what I was doing. I've watched it a few times. Okay, I'm gonna need to finish watching the tutorial, aren't I? Because that's just not doing anything, is it? So what happened? Is it because this isn't a stone block or a stone button? Because in the video it was a stone button and I was hoping that just wouldn't matter. But I know buttons do give different signals and things. Pressure plate's right. And it is dispensing. Am I missing something here? Let me go get a stone button, see if that makes any difference. I mean, I don't see why it would, but... Is it because these aren't glass blocks? That could be it, you know. Let me go get glass blocks and let me... At least the piglins are in. That's the hard part done. We're almost there. Let me put that back, because surely that... I know it affects signal strength and stuff, but that's not going to make a difference, surely. It's one block. Let me go get glass. Okay, so I believe I finally got this farm working. My gold boots have broke. I was going to put the blocks down here and uncover it so we could actually see them trading, but because my boots have broke, they are aggressive towards me, so we're just going to leave it. I just changed the design so that it uses an extra hopper now, which isn't great, but we have the iron to cover it. So literally you just put the gold in this chest, it will evenly distribute it between the two hoppers. So we've got 4 in that one, there was 9, so it's going to be uneven, but it will normally evenly distribute it. And then we just come around here, and it's not very automatic, but it stores it automatically, so I can do this as many times as I need. Nearly as efficient as it could be. I could probably have this set up on a clock or some... I mean... I don't know what happened to my redstone torch. I probably put it back. But if I could figure out some sort of clock system here, then I could maybe make it automatic, but I'm not sure on how to do that right now. And this works. I'm getting what I need. Any of these guys giving me gravel? I will take the arrows. You've got gravel and one of my cobblestones. And more arrows. But like, the rate for gravel is pretty good because I think it's counted as not a great trade. You'd normally much rather want like the potions or the fire charges or the obsidian. But, oh, he just passed it right to me. But yeah, this is semi-functional. We're moving on. Okay, I've just crafted up all the stuff that we need for the sugarcane farm. After that whole debacle, this should, actually I need the sugarcane. I was gonna say this should be much easier, but it would help if I actually picked up the sugarcane, because we're gonna move this and I'm gonna need the sand as well. It's gonna be automatic, so the rates are gonna be better than if I was mining this manually. We're only doing 8 blocks right now, because that's really all I can afford to do with the amount that it costs me to make hoppers and pistons and all that right now. I will be doing an iron farm soon, probably in the next episode, because I have a build idea for it. I also should probably make a new shovel at some point, but not right now. Do I have enough sand? I do. Like I said, we're doing 8 along, so anything more than 8 should be good, and then the rest we will use for glass to actually see into the farm. And we're just going to pop it in the mud mill, because when I was planning the build for this episode, I completely forgot that I would need a build for the sugarcane farm, even though I knew I wanted to put every farm into a building. And I will do this eventually. I've just been running around mad trying to get everything else sorted. I think this wall's perfect, to be honest with you. So we need 8 blocks along. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, works out perfect. So we are just gonna do... So this bit will be where the glass wall will eventually go. It needs to be 3 tall. Okay, this should be roughly enough space. So we want the hoppers along this line here. So we've got our 8 hoppers, and then we just fill them in like... I didn't build this far enough. I'm really good at counting, I guess. Okay, and then these blocks will be where our sand goes for our sugarcane. So let's fill this in. And then on this block, we need a block here. Our pistons along here. I'm going to need some room to work at the back as well, so let me just clear another row out here. And I believe for the observers, we have to place them on this side so that they face the right way. Yeah, just like that. So we place these along here. And then this block gets a row of redstone dust. I probably need to light this up just so no mobs spawn in the back of my farm. That should do. And then just to make sure this works, let's just... we need a water source, of course. Let's just run the water underneath. Ooh, more coal. See, I was saying this is really easy, I just forgot half of it. The most important part is how you place the sugarcane. And then we will just do that. We'll place another one here. And that should be enough. Oops. I hate working underwater, and everything I've done in this world so far I've been underwater for at some point. Let me just get all this coal. Okay, this should now all be working. Yeah. We are going to lose some because they are going to drop in here, but with how compact this design is and the amount of resources that I have right now, I'm not too fussed about that. This is more sugarcane than I'd be getting any other way. Oh, lag spike. And it'll just come in here once it's done. I'm just going to put a little glass retaining wall here so that it doesn't bounce out too far. Getting back to our main project though, here I'm placing down loads of coarse dirt to turn into path blocks to then turn back into dirt. It's a long process and I've done it multiple more times than what you're seeing here, but honestly, this was so much more worth it than trying to take it from other places where I'd then need to come back and fix it later. I want this world to be mostly cohesive and look good all around, so I'd have to travel probably millions of blocks away to get dirt from somewhere that's not going to damage my world later on. Honestly, it was great to just stick on an audiobook or some music or watch some YouTube while I done this. It was honestly very decompressing to come home from work and just break dirt for a couple hours and then place dirt for a couple hours more. Honestly, I am so sorry for how all over the place this video is. I feel like I've been jumping around and doing things in some weird wacky order. But honestly, this video's taken so much longer than I thought. I mean, I started this back in 2025 and we're now late January. It's, as of recording this, January 13th. I've been very busy with work and building my PC and real world things that have prevented me from playing this world. As you can see now though, we are finally placing dirt back in. And this took quite a while. I think I did most of it in the same day. Like I said, I'm recording this voiceover separately from when I did this. But it took a very long time. Especially because I had no base plan for the terrain. I was kind of just eyeballing it and going off what I thought looked good at the time. trying to make it kind of smooth and slopey so that when we put either buildings or fields on it, it looks nice and smooth. And if you've watched this far into the video, I hope that you're enjoying it, so I would really appreciate a subscribe and maybe a like on this video as well. And a comment if you're feeling extra nice. Honestly, setting up the camera for these time lapses took longer than if I were to just place the dirt. And I do have the footage of me placing it first person, but that felt even more boring than watching these kind of nicely set up shots. And we are finally done with this half. Okay, and now we're done. Honestly, that time lapse felt like eternity for you. Think of how it felt for me. I had to do this all by hand, and I still have this little stone section to go, but I'm not doing that right now. I don't want to place more dirt. So we're leaving that for now. Now I need to fill out this grass so it doesn't look so bland. I'm just going to grab some bone meal, I think. And then we'll probably break most of it anyway when we're putting down fields or buildings, but for now we're going to bone meal it to look nice. And we'll collect the flowers that it makes just in case we need them. This was 100% worth it though. We're going to have so much more space to build a nice little farm area. Let me just make, like, I don't know how much I'll need. A lot of the grass hasn't spread yet, so we're going to need to keep a hold of this and do more later. Let's just jog over here and start bone mealing. Honestly, this took so much more time than I thought. Like, I cannot express to you how many days that this took me. I think I just got kind of bored and lost motivation, which made it take longer. Like, even with watching videos and things, it's a bit of a slog placing dirt. Especially with no plan. In the future, I'm definitely going to plan out the terrain more and do it to like either a pattern or, you know, just something that tells me what I'm doing more than just winging it. It would probably turn out a little bit better if I did that as well. And we're getting loads of flowers in here. Loads of different... I saw a blue one, some ferns, and now a lot of oh, we got some red. The biome does change over here, obviously, so the grass gets a bit duller, but it's okay. Once there's fields or something here, it should look alright anyway. And... oh, this big patch. Okay, and that should do for now. We've got a lot of red flowers over here. And that. Okay. Now, I want to build a farmhouse to put all our animals in. It's been too long of them sat in those little pens. We lost all our chickens, and it's not fair. So I'm going to do that. This video was very long already, though, so I'm going to figure out where I want to put it and probably do another sort of time-lapse. If you like all these time-lapses, let me know, or if you want to see, like, slower, like, real-time building, I can do that too. And there we go. That's pretty much all we can do for now. We have another copper roof on this building, but I need to get so much more honeycomb to wax the copper. I used all of the stuff I had in waxing the other roof, so I have a little setup over here of just a campfire and a beehive, that's what it's called. So I'm just going to sit here and get honeycomb. I have been here so long, and this cave has been tempting me for ages. You can see I have 43 honeycomb. I don't think that's nearly enough yet. There must be a better way to do this, but I don't want to build another farm in this video. I'm just going to explore this cave, and then hopefully I'll still be kind of close, so they'll still do their honey making business. And then when I come back up in like 5 minutes, there should be more honey there. I have been sat here genuinely like multiple days in a row just collecting honey. Let's work our way down here. This might be, I think we probably need more copper too. I've been smelting a lot like in between clips just when I have a chance. So I should have enough in my chest, but we're always going to need more because I'm really liking this colour scheme, to be honest. I know that copper is a useful block now, but before it was just kind of decor block. So I've kind of got used to it being that. I didn't really use it in builds very much, but like I want to try using more creative block palettes and getting a little bit better at building. I've been building in this game for a long time, but in terms of like the impressiveness, like yeah, some of them are pretty cool, but they're all very basic. And I want to work on that, maybe doing like a better building series where I just like focus on a specific thing, like trees or, you know, like futuristic builds, and just focus on that for like a week or a month and just practice getting better, not builder. Okay. I kind of thought that lava was going to spill everywhere. Let's bridge across here, because I did spot some moss blocks there, if you can see. I was too distracted talking about copper and blocks to even mention. Oh, okay. I thought I got hit into the lava then. I'm a bit panicky, I guess. Spider... Okay. This is a weird mob spawner as far as they go. Like, 2 walls. Oh, golden apple. Handy. And the rest can stay. And then another one. Diamond armor. And what is this? What? That's not a thing, is it? Minecraft Java Edition. This is Bedrock. I'm on my PlayStation. What? Author unknown. And it's the original. What does this say? Get ready, don't panic? What? That's really weird, but I don't feel any different. Everything looks the same. I'm not really sure what that's about. I guess I'll just keep that and keep searching, I guess. Hopefully we should have some more honeycomb by now once we head back up. It takes so long, honestly. I've been doing this for what feels like years. Most of the time I've spent on this video has just been honeycomb, so it's nice to... We'll have to do something with this spawner eventually. I'm just gonna take this chest too, actually, and that one. Why not? And yeah, let's head back up. And this is looking so good so far. I have a lot more I want to add to this area eventually, but I waxed those. I swear I waxed those. You watched me wax those, did you not? Did you? Oh, I don't think you did. But I promise, I waxed all of those. I checked thoroughly. Good thing I have honeycomb on me, so I'm going to use some of it to head up here and wax this. I thought I got all of that. And then I'm going to have to get even more honeycomb to do the rest of the other roof. Because there's no way I've got enough yet. It's going to be maybe another stack or so. Actually, I don't know about that. But a decent amount anyway. Alright, oh, I also need to fill up those flower boxes. I keep forgetting. Because you can't see it from the ground. Alright, wax and wax. And those should be good now? Let me just check and make sure. Spam click on all these to make sure they're actually waxed. Yeah, I think it was just those two. Alright, let's head back down. Not use my axe on dirt, because that's silly. Right, let's come back down here and see what else we can get working on. Okay, I've used all my wax to make these, and I don't think I'm anywhere near to finishing this roof with this. I really need to get a stone cutter so that I can really maximize my use of wax, because you can then put it on the blocks and wax them down to slabs instead of having to apply wax to each individual slab. And we do not have enough, so I'm going to need to get a lot more wax, or honeycomb, to wax the copper. This is a lot of effort, but I really do think the orange looks better than how the blue would have. On my creative world, the blue looked fine, but my creative world's also in a sandstone biome, so everything's kind of... all the colours look different, so I guess I didn't realise that I prefer the orange. Okay, we are good to go. Hold on. Oh, my shelf's gone. Oh, I thought Okay, so when I switched to Java, I backdated to have some of the mods I need, like the flashback mod and the essential mod for my wings. And I guess in doing so, I have accidentally backdated too far and got rid of all my shelves. Okay, I need to fix that. I'm gonna double check and make sure that, and I'm gonna update back to 1.21.11 I think we're on, and then put all my shelves back where they're meant to be. Because that's gonna bug me if I don't do that. Hold on. Okay, I've since updated, but I just spotted these guys over here, and this is my first pillager encounter in this world, and it looks like they're just kinda staking up this wandering trader. Which, I would help, but I don't want to get the banner effect, because I'm pretty sure that my fishery and now this place might count as a village. Especially because the fishery has beds, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, I put my chickens in. That's what we're focusing on. We're not worried about those guys. Yeah, my chickens are in. I'm gonna put a little hopper in there so we can collect the eggs, and... Yeah, they're really just holding that guy up, huh? Okay, and now, unfortunately, I have to go back to the nether. I haven't actually been in here since I switched, so it might be broken, but let's gear up and go, I guess. I need shroom lights to place under the bushes and in the water of my farms to keep them lit. Oh god, keep them lit up so that we don't have mobs spawning and trampling all our crops like they have been doing since. Like, oh no, since I placed the farms. Okay, I got this. No, I don't got this. Okay, I need to work my timing. It's stop hitting me. Right. Okay, I'm gonna eat you. What? Oh, thanks. No, don't break my portal. I didn't bring my flint and steel. Are we okay? Oh yeah, we're okay. Okay, running away so they don't break my portal. Can you stop hitting me in the air? I don't think they did that in Bedrock, did they? They might have. I have forgotten. Okay, let's get this. What was that? No. Oh. Hello, little guy. Oh. Okay, these are the last blocks of the roof. Finally, this has taken so long, and there we go. We have 5 left to use on some other projects. Let's get started on getting villagers in here since it's turning night anyway. We'll need these. Let's go. Okay. Creeper, and let's just lead this guy right in. We've got all the booths already set up. Booths is what I meant to say. We've got them all set up. Let me get this. Okay. And come on, dude. Let's go in here. Just right in here. Yep. To your new home. Oh, I'm stuck. Just in here. And oh, okay, okay. Bolt, get in the bolt. Thank you. Alright, let's just block this up for now. I don't think we'll get another one tonight. They don't spawn as often as they do in Bedrock. So let's just get this guy potioned and cured. I'm not gonna... Yeah. Yeah. And yep. Perfect. First guy in. Come here, buddy. Just in here. Just in the boat. Come on. You can do it. Yeah. Oh, ow. Ow. Don't hit me again. Don't. I need to block the door. Or maybe we'll just not do that. Maybe we'll just hit you first. Get you cured up. And the ow. Wow. Let me please. Okay. Thank you. Jesus. And while we wait on that guy, we're going to bring our other animals over. So we've got the cows here into their little pen first. And also the sheep. And it's turning night again, so we'll get cracking on with more villagers, hopefully. Oh, they're all stuck. I'm going to need to... Come on, guys. Please make this easy. And this makes 3 in the boat. There you go. Ow. Okay. Potion and apple. I'm going to need to make some more of both of those. This is number 4. Oh, good timing. Number 5? Yeah. It's went daytime again now, so I'm going to just start planting a field. I want to get some potatoes down because we're going to need those to trade and probably to eat as well. So let's just get as many of these down as we can. I don't know where I want this field to go just yet, but let's just make a general sort of marker and we'll figure it out as we get more potatoes. Let's plop these in here. And 3 left. Okay. This is going to take a while to make a decent farm, but good. Oh, that is satisfying. Hold on. God, that's fun. That's real good. but this not so much. I have a pretty cheap mouse. I don't have any of those like major crazy like 20 clicks per second thing that most people can do. And I finally want to get a path put in. And oh yeah, I got a dog at some point. I have no idea where the footage is, but give me a name for that dog. This is our farmer dog. We've got a fish cat and a farm dog. Anyway, let's start placing in some of this packed mud around. And I have a couple ideas of blocks I want to mix in with this. I'm thinking path blocks, and then some of the core start that I have as well. Okay, I like the mud. Obviously that's the main block I wanted to use. The core start is okay. I think maybe more on the outsides. The path blocks, I'm not sold on. I don't know that I like it very much. It's too much of a different shade. The mud and the dirt are kind of very similar, but this feels too yellow? I don't know. I'm gonna try mud bricks, which is gonna be very expensive if I like it, but I think that it may, we'll put it here. I think that there's a chance that this may look better because it's gonna be a more similar color. Yeah, I like that better. Damn it, this is gonna take so much more mud now. Or at least we have a mud farm. So my brother just came in and I was showing him the windmill and he immediately pointed out to me that two of the mill blades are uneven. That one and this one down here. The one up top is short a block and this one is long a block. So we're just gonna take the stairs and one block of wool off this one and, oh of course it dropped, and place the block of wool up on the top one and that should even it out. But I don't know how I didn't notice that before. I've been looking at this for literal, like, real life weeks. It's taken me to get to this point after building this windmill. I took screenshots, I showed so many people, and no one pointed this out to me. I swear these were right before, but, at least I noticed before I ended the video, because then guarantee there'd be people in my comments telling me it was wrong. And let's pop this here, and then we should just be able to grab that stair, put it back on, and then they should be even. Oh, wrong way. That would be even more annoying if one of the stairs was in the wrong direction. But let's try again. Just there. Okay. And now, yeah, I think, yeah, that's even, right? Okay, I have just finished up the path and put all my blocks away, so let's go have a look at what we've done today, because I think we're going to call it here. I wanted to get more done, but this is taking so long, I think I need to re-pivot a little bit. So we've got this path that goes all the way along to the fishery, and then all the way along here towards our brand new windmill and our little farmhouse. In the windmill, we've got our mud and sugarcane farm, obviously. We've got a little potato field growing over here. I've expanded it a little bit more, but we will eventually expand it out even more. We've got our cows and our sheep in here, getting breeded up. And then over here we've got our farm dog and all of our villagers ready to trade with. Some of them I have already, but not all of them. And then in here we've got our eggs from our chickens outside. Nope, and a door in my face. Alright, and obviously we done all that terraforming, which, I mean, there's an Enderman grief over here. But other than that, the rest of these blocks were placed by me, as you saw, and it looks great. I cannot wait to build some more stuff on here. I wanted to do some exploring in this episode too, but it's not... Oh, little hole. But that exploring thing's not going to happen this episode, so I think that's how we'll kick off the next one. But, if you remember, at the start of this episode, I was on day 107. And obviously with the switch over to Java, we might have lost some days in there, but let's have a look. We are on day 172. That is like 65 days since we started this project. Without counting for any of the days we lost between the Java and Bedrock switch, that's 22 real life hours. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this.